It's the 11th of April 2020 and day 26 of my self-isolation. Self-isolation, stayed home all day, funnily enough. Of course, yesterday was Good Friday. I mean, this is like the weirdest Easter ever, isn't it? You know. Haven't been able to visit the children or my grandchildren to give them Easter eggs. Hey ho. Nice and sunny again today. Did spend a fair bit of it in the garden. I used some cheap Chinese tools that I'd had for a while for making dowels. It was a bit of an experiment to see if the dowels would fit the holes I drilled for fret markers. I made the dowels okay, but nope, they don't really fit. But that's okay, because I've got some fret markers lined up. The ones down the side of the neck, I've drilled the holes, but the corresponding bit of plastic rod that I've got, which is supposed to fit, doesn't really want to go in, so I'm going to have to work on that a bit. Anyway, I finished my 10 albums. Well, 10 albums is just not enough, so I thought I might, sort of carry it on my own way. So when I was talking about kind of the prog rock era, I think it's necessary to mention a really obvious one. There we go. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. I can't avoid mentioning that one. Went to see him do it back in 1970, whatever it was, at Nebworth. Actually, I'll have to look that up when it was. And very nice it was too. And there was many open air gigs I went to at that time, and quite frequently you'd hear the DJ, who was playing music between bands, would play a side of that maybe. Jolly good too. I mean, it sounds fantastic. I mean, it's been a classic hi-fi tester for decades. And what can I tell you about today? Suzanne went shopping, and she went to this area in Bristol where there's sort of a smallish retail park area. And she was going to get food, and she was aiming at, there's a Marks and Spencer Simply Food there. But she saw a large queue, and she asked someone what the large queue was for, and it was for B&M bargains. And there's also The Range there, that had a big queue. She got to the Marks and Spencer's Simply Food, and there were 4 people queuing. Simply Food. So that says something about people's priorities, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. What else can I tell you? Historical record time. There's been 917 deaths in 24 hours reported, giving us a total of 9,875. So it's very nearly 10,000 deaths. And that's reported ones from hospitals, of course. Not ones in the community or in care homes. So the number's actually far higher than that. Anyway, my time going right. Oh dear, nearly 5 minutes. Right. So, T-shirt of the day: Triumph motorcycles. I have had several motorcycles in my time, but I've never had a Triumph. Maybe one day. I did. I went to I went to the local Fowler's motorcycle shop recently, and I started off by sitting on a Honda Monkey Bike, which is a 125, and then I went and sat on a Triumph Rocket 3, which is 2.5 litres. It's kind of madness. Who needs 2.5 litre motorbike? But on the other hand, maybe it's one of those bucket list things, you know, just to know that you've had a 2.5 litre motorbike for a year or so, you know. Something to think about. Anyway, there we go. That's it for now. I'm going to say bye-bye. Bye-bye.